It's all part of the old Bernabeu tour, this. Old water leaks and walking through construction sites. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV and welcome to Madrid. Looks like brought the British weather with us. Bit cloudy today, potential rain on the horizon, but hopefully that stays off because today we're at Newcastle, around the capital of Spain, and we are off to Santiago Bernabeu for the stadium tour. I thought while I'm here, I've got to check out where Newcastle could potentially be playing next season. Real Madrid are in pot 1, the Champions League Newcastle are in pot 4, so very high probability that we will draw Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, who I think are in pot 2, so we could be coming back to Madrid very soon next season for those Champions League trips, so buzzing for it. I thought I'd go check out one of the most famous stadiums in the world that's currently still under construction. Obviously they're doing that removable pitch, the retractable pitch now, they've got the roof in there, so there's still work being done on one of the biggest stadiums in the world and one of the biggest clubs in the world. So let's nip out, get some breakfast and then get amongst the stadium tour. Oh yes, look at this. That's what I'm talking about. We're here, and as you can see, a lot of work going on still. A lot of work. It's like a construction site around here. Still looking for the tour entrance. It's a madness, this, like, absolute madness. I'm gonna walk all the way around the stadium. Oh, there it is. We can see the sign. Santiago Bernabeu. You're having to walk all the way around because of all the construction that's going on. Obviously, don't want anything to fall on your head. But it's a mission, an absolute mission. So we have people Bernabeu behind us. Look at that construction right there. In the Champions League game the other week against Man City, you've seen all of that stand was covered with the flag because that's obviously getting worked on. That's the retractable pitch that's going to go underneath it. So that's getting done there. You can see all the construction there. It's very busy around here. With this Bernabeu tour, they do have time slots like every half an hour, but it seems like everyone's just going and do whatever they want. There's no actual guide, there's just a route to walk around. So we'll go have a look and see what it's like. I tell you what, this isn't a bad seat, is it? And the other night they played Wednesday night when we just got here, so we missed it. Real Madrid were at home to Rayo Vallecano, 1-2-1. What a seat this would have been to have for that game, but you're looking at around 100, 120 euros for a seat this low down. Up there you can get them for like 35. That's where Man City fans were the other week in the Champions League, right in the gods. Makes level 7 look small at St James's Park. But normally you're looking at around anywhere from 35 to 140 euros easy for a seat, especially for a big game. For any game really. But season tickets, wow, not sure how much them will be. You can have a look on Google, but they'll be pricey. And there'll probably be a canny waiting queue as well. Speaking to some lads last night in the bar, and they've got season tickets for Rayo Vallecano, the smaller team in Madrid. Obviously you've got Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid and Rayo Vallecano. And they pay like 350 euros a year for their season tickets, so that's class. That's obviously a much smaller club, only 3 stands in that stadium. But still really good to watch the League of Football. But this seat right here would be a spenny one. And this is obviously the big difference, the new thing. The new retractable roof. You can see them still building on it now, still working on it now. That's impressive. Obviously the Bernabeu used to have like a screen up there. Wow, so this is what it's going to look like when it is eventually finished. It's going to be impressive. That's with the roof closed, obviously, that we've just showed you on there. Wow. It's going to look amazing when it's done. Yeah, so you can see it on the screen there. It's good how they do that. Backdrop. I like it. Cool little display here where you can pick and choose. You go through legendary players from Real Madrid by the position, by the nationality. I went for Brazil. I went for the original Ronaldo, R9. What a player he was, man. Oh, well, I've got some English players here. Beckham, of course. Cunningham, Owen. We'll have less of Owen. We'll click on Beckham. Absolutely ridiculous amount of Champions League for Real Madrid.
Un estadio abierto a los sueños, para que no encuentres ningún límite.
Not just a successful football team, also a very successful basketball team. This is a nice feature here. You can be interactive, touch and have a look at where Real Madrid train. Everything there, there's Real Madrid City. Click on first team building. Shows you everything that they have for them. Nice little cinema for the players to enjoy, you know, whenever they want. Main building, got everything going on. Just look at the lobby entrance. You can just have a scroll through and see what they do on a day-to-day basis, where they go through. Aye. Top class facilities here for the Real Madrid players, as you'd expect. A bit better than Newcastle's Benton training ground, I'd imagine. But it's getting there. Women's team as well. And then obviously the youth side, loads of charity work being done, so that's good to see. Just to show you how popular Real Madrid is, 61,400 tweets in the last 3 hours with those hashtags around the world. Mad. It's all part of the old Bernabeu tour, this. Old water leaks and walking through the construction site. Well, it's a bit mad, huh? Is this the end? Oh, we're still going. We're still going, I think. I think it said press room, but yeah, we should have a hard hat. Should have a hard hat and all sorts to keep us safe in here. Mad. Part of the experience though, eh? Not everyone can do this. Once it's built, you won't get this again. Might be a good thing, really. And as with every stadium tour in the world, they always lead you into the club shop. Want yourself a Real Madrid shirt from the stadium club shop at the end of the tour? €165. It is a nice shirt. I really like the detail on the background with the badge. Obviously that's ridiculous, having 14 Champions Leagues, FIFA World Champions. It's a lovely kit, like. But I will not be spending €165 on it. Old school 90s goalkeeper top there. Similar to Newcastle one back in the day. And this season's third kit. Well, that's the mad thing, right? It's still gonna. These are still so expensive. 140 for this one. Right, so about 125, 130 quid. And yet the new kits are going to come out next month. Crazy. There we have it then, people. We have just left the Bernabeu Stadium tour. €18 that cost for that tour. It lasted about 45 minutes an hour, but you're not in a rush. No one's rushing you to get through it or anything. You can take your time, have a look around, walk around. I'll go through the pros and cons now. I think the pros, when you go through it, obviously you're straight and a good seat, good view of the pitch and everything. And then you can have a little look around there, get your photos. You can go through the trophy room and stuff, which is obviously absolutely ridiculous, the amount of trophies that Real Madrid have won, all those Champions Leagues and everything. And what I liked about the tour especially was how interactive it was. They had loads of little touchscreen things where you could look at the history, look at through the clubs, look through the legends, the players, the stadium development, the basketball team, the women's team, the youth team, everything they've ever done from Real Madrid from when it first began to now, the players, the individual awards, the big awards, the team awards, everything you can look through. So it was good. You can learn a lot, you can get involved with it. Obviously they're focusing a lot at the minute on this tour. They've shown you what the new stadium is going to look like when it's done. Well, obviously the upgraded stadium, what the Bernabeu is going to look like once all this construction behind me is finally complete. You can see now it's changed so much from when I was used to it on TV and on FIFA and that. You know, like you look at it and it's just completely changing when you look at the old images to now, and then when it's done, it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. It's going to be a magnificent stadium, unbelievable arena when it is finished. I'm not sure what the time scale is on it to be finished, to be fair. These are probably taking too many siestas, it's taking them ages to get it done. It will be sensational when it is finished. I mean, it's a great stadium. You just feel like when you're in there, all the history and all the Spanish heritage, do you know what I mean? All the success, you can feel it, and you can see, just thinking about all the top players that have been on that pitch. Ronaldo, R9, obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. Back in the day for me, it was like Raúl, Figo, and then now you've still got obviously Vinicius Jr., Benzema, Beckham back in the day. You know, there's so many greats have been inside that stadium, playing on that pitch. And I thought it was class to be in there. I was loving it. I can see the cons. There's obviously walking through bloody construction sites. You would have seen it there, walking through, you know, leaky roofs where there's a woman there with a yellow cone going through. You feel like you do need a bloody hard hat at times to get through there. You're obviously working your way through. I think it'd be nice to come back and it's finished, to do maybe an updated video and just to see for myself of what's changed and how different it is, because certain things on that tour you weren't seeing. So you've seen a sign saying, oh, this part of the route is going to be the press room. Didn't get to go in there. They've obviously shut it off for the construction purposes. They must be obviously working in that zone where you can't get a picture in the press room, which is a shame, because I like going in the press room when you sit down, you got the advertisement behind you. That's where the manager at the minute on Slotty would usually give his post-match press conference and players would get interviewed. It's nice to see that. Another con is that you don't get to go down the tunnel. I like a stadium tour and you get to go down the tunnel, feel like what it's like to walk on the pitch as a player. I've only been on a couple of stadium tours myself before, and West Ham's was really good. You got like a lanyard there and a digital tour guide type of thing, loads of information on that, and then you got to walk along the pitch, sit in the dugout. No sitting in the dugout here, no sitting on the dugout, no being on the touchline. So that was a bummer, that was a shame. I'm not sure if it's cheaper at the minute because of not being able to have those features. I would have thought something €18. It's about rating it. Stadium tours normally vary from about £15 to £30, I would say. So yeah, I don't know. So missing out on those sort of things was disappointing, but just being in there and seeing all the trophies and getting the feel of the stadium and everything, and seeing what it's going to look like when it's done was still a class. I still really enjoyed it. I know someone commented on the video the other day from when I was in Madrid saying, oh, they felt like it was a bit of a waste of money, like obviously because of everything, that all the work that's going on in the background. But for me, I still enjoyed it. I'd give it a good 7 out of 10. I think if you had that access to the pitch and you had the press room, it would be class. And I think once it's done, it'll be brilliant. But obviously, as you can see, there's still loads going on. You can see the cranes everywhere. There's still so much work going on, yeah. But for me, really enjoyed the tour. Hope you used it as well. If you did, smash like on this button. Make sure you subscribe to the My Play Channel TV and enjoy yourself.